Alright, all praises and glory goes to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Yaklakwadash. Double and honors to the elders of GMS who's pushing this truth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom. And this is just gonna be a rant. The way that these women move in this world, they're prideful, man. And it's because Esau has fed them a lie, man, that doesn't exist. And he has made a matrix, made a society that doesn't exist around these women, man. And really, all your famous actors, all your celebrities, they promote an agenda to these women, man, to be the queen of heaven over men, man. You see, I know you brothers have heard, maybe your favorite movie actor or favorite entertainer or favorite rapper says something that is based off putting a woman before them, man, simping over a woman, man. And a lot of these old heads that I be seeing on TikTok and et cetera, man, they go down bad for women, in the comment section, man. And it's ultimately downgrading men, man. What I see from what these women from what these men put in the comment section. And really, most of these bitches, 9 times out of 10, they just want attention. And you can see it especially on TikTok, how they post something and then they'll say like, today is a bad day and my face isn't where it needs to be, or I got a pimple and stuff, because they're really insecure about themselves. So they post videos about how their face looked today, which who fucking cares, and that just shows you giving women this technology. Esau has given women this technology, and she has gathered abroad on it. She has permission to say what she wants, and 9 times out of 10, what comes out of her mouth isn't logic. It's more based on her mood or her feelings or what she had to go through and what's her input, man. But these men in the comment section are simps, man. And it's mind-boggling, and it's downplaying men, ultimately. And it could be a whole bunch of AI, which I don't doubt that Esau uses AI to promote little agendas here and there, or to boost the woman's ego. But most of these men, they boost these women egos and put these women over them, man. And even in the entertainment world with these rappers and entertainments, man, they even though it's just entertainment, they simp for these women, and these women are they get their ego gets fed, man, and they get all big headed, and they start disrespecting them, man. And for what it does to the viewers, or the people that's watching them for entertainment, especially to the women, it fills their minds up with fantasy and basically a false way, man. And the way that these women are is because there's no judgment, man. And as you can see in this picture, the ancient world and judgments are coming back, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has been holding back death, man, from America. America hasn't tasted death, man, hasn't tasted destruction like how these third world countries have, man. America hasn't tasted hunger, pestilence, sorrow. I mean, a lot of people in these third world countries has lost homes, has lost children, from violence, has lost fathers, mothers, grandmothers, so forth. And America hasn't tasted death, man. But Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is gonna show America in a very big way, and that He is, man. Through the terrible judgments that He's coming upon. Now this is Final Destination, and this girl got crushed by a damn engine that flew from somewhere. I gotta watch it, but I just seen a snippet of it, man. And it was judgment from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. And most of these women out here, they're evil and wicked, man, and they're gonna get judged the same way, man. And the reason why they're like this is because the technology, man. The technology and these damn simps, man. These damn simps that just simps, man. And they and this society is so fucked up, man, that simps gets play, and the masculine ones gets turned away, man. The ones that don't simp, the ones that don't go for their bullshit, the ones that'll tell them to put clothes on. We get put down, man. We get turned away by these women, man. But soon these women, they're gonna be in fear, man. Because what's gonna cause a woman to get right in this day is these horrible judgments that's coming, man. And there's a lot of judgment, a lot of ways that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is gonna judge these women out here, man. And they're not gonna be able to use their phones and etc. in that day, man. It's all just gonna be judgment, and that's how these women are gonna get right, in that day. The ones that say they don't need a man, they're gonna get right in that day, man. They're gonna need a man in that day, man. Because they're gonna be lost out here, man. Women are already retarded, man. So how much more when the lights is cut off, no running water, no food. She can't go to the market to get her tampons. And 9 times out of 10, most of these women, they smoke weed and etc., man. So if she can't go to the store and smoke weed, if she can't get her fix, man, what mindset would she be, man? Is she gonna be in, man? She's gonna be in survival mode. She's gonna be in a panic mode. She's gonna run to a man to protect her, man. And that's just how women are, man. And I'm just getting on the women, man, because it's just been on my spirit to get on the women, because there's no judgment going forth, man. And they're wicked. They do all manners of wickedness and think there's no price to pay, man. But man, to hell with this place, man. Let Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua come and judge this bitch, man. As we get closer and closer to the MOTB and to all hell breaking loose, man. That's when they're finally gonna realize that they needed a man, and the white man lied to them about being independent, about doing things on their own. The white man gave them a false reality, a false matrix, and the simp ass men fed straight into to putting a woman over them. That's why in that day, man, the men who puts these women over them, man, they're gonna fall, man. They're gonna fall, man. And I see it every day with women coming into the grocery store and the man's walking behind her, or the woman has on the man pants, man. And they try to be masculine, but they can't be masculine because that's not their role, But in that day, man, men who trust in these women, men who push these women before them, man, they're gonna fall in that day, man. They're gonna fall. But I gotta get going. It just was like a quick rant. So I like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Ba'ashim Yahushua. Double and honors to the elders of GMS who's pushing this truth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom.